What up, guys? CJ here, and we're coming back at you with another podcast today, as promised. Bringing T on today to go over some NFL lines. How you doing, T? Thank you for coming on again, and get used to it because we'll be on here every week breaking down NFL now, man. I'm sure you're excited about it, right?
Yeah, for sure, man. I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. And I'm also always grateful to be on this wonderful pod. I appreciate you.
For sure, man. For sure. No, thank you for coming on. I know you got a lot going on with your busy schedule, man. So thank you for making the time to come on. I know you're doing over there looking at your games and getting ready for football.
I can always make time to talk football with you.
Oh yeah. The problem is we could be here for hours upon hours talking football.
Sure. For sure.
So that's the thing, right? But okay, so let's start off with today. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go over every single game, see if there's any value in any of the lines. Obviously, if you have anything that you want to say in terms of like, okay, I think that's a play or it's a good play, feel free to do so. We can start off obviously with the first game of the year, which is going to be the Ravens and the Chiefs. Have you taken a look at that one yet, by any chance? I'm sure you have, right?
I have.
Okay, so Ravens and Chiefs. Obviously, the line is it's been teetering from like 3, 2.5, 2.5, 3, but that's our big kickoff game, and Las Vegas has them pretty much installed as a 3-point favorite. How do you feel about that line? Would you say that that's a pretty accurate line, or?
Yeah, I do. I mean, it used to be 2.5, but it went up to 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you're taking Kansas City, you definitely got to buy that half point.
Yeah, I think that's going to matter because I do feel like the Ravens are bringing back a lot of their key pieces on defense. They also lost, obviously, some pieces on defense, but I do feel like it's pretty much the same teams, other than Kansas City lost their receiver. What was it? Rashee Rice last year, right? Or over the off season.
But they released him. I don't think they wanted him.
I'm sorry. Yeah, what happens is I guess I said they lost him just because they didn't want him because of the drama, right? But they just re-upped and they drafted another wide receiver, and you still got Patrick Mahomes there throwing backwards passes to Travis Kelce, so no big deal, right?
Right.
I think -3 is the right line. I really don't think there's a ton of value there. As of right now, like next week, what we're going to do is we're going to go over these lines and then we'll do a little more digging. And just so you guys know, we'll be giving a Thursday night football pick every week on the pod. So you'll be getting that, and we'll do a breakdown of them. But next week we'll do a deeper breakdown. I just think going back to what we're saying with the line, I think -3 is right. If I had to lean something right now, I can't not go with Kansas City, just them being at home. It's just tough. But I can see why the line is -3 and it's so close, because I could see it being a close game myself. Do you agree?
Yeah, I think so. But if I was to touch it, I'm like you. I'm taking Kansas City.
Yeah, especially first game of the year. It comes down to like, who do I trust more? Do I trust Lamar?
I feel like hasn't a lot of champions first game back always lose, or do they win usually after coming off the Super Bowl week 1? Not that matters, but
yeah, you know what? I don't know the actual numbers on that. I have to double check the numbers on that. But I would think personally that week 1, I do think that the lines are inflated on the Super Bowl champions, so you're going to be getting value automatically, which is kind of odd that this line is -3 in my opinion.
Why?
Week 1, you're gonna get they're gonna juice up the Super Bowl previous winner, right? So realistically, they know people are gonna take Kansas City, or they're assuming people are gonna take Kansas City. You would think that they might maybe have them installed as 3.5 at home. Being like back in the day when you had Tom Brady and the Patriots, they'd usually put them at like, I don't know, 7, 8-point favorites all the time.
But you think this line should be 3.5?
No, I'm not saying it should be 3.5. You would think that they would inflate the line because Kansas City won last year. Does that make sense?
If you put it at 3.5, the whole world's going to jump on. I would think they're smart enough to jump on the Ravens. 3.5 is a lot.
It is a lot. It is, but I think when it comes down to NFL lines, I just think they want to get the line as even as possible to the point where they're getting action on both ends. So you're right. I mean, if they put out 3.5, maybe people will jump on the Ravens. Maybe that's why they don't do it, right? So yeah, but I'm gonna do a little more digging for that one next week because, like I said, that's a Thursday night game. So we'll give an official pick next week and see if we can find some digging on those numbers, whether it's a total or whether it's a side. Sound good?
Yeah, for sure.
Sounds good. All right, and then we got next game. Oh man, this one's gonna be on Friday. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Peacock.
got Peacock. We got the Packers and the Eagles, man.
Great.
It's gonna be in Germany, right?
Yeah, the thing I like about these games, what makes it so great, is the fact that we don't have to be up early. And not only that, they're prime time games, so you don't have to, flip through channels all crazy.
Oh yeah, man. I know. You're talking about like those Sunday night games, right? Or
Yeah,
Sunday morning. I'm so sorry.
Anytime a good marquee game is left alone, we're able to watch it better than flipping through, going to try to watch 50 games at once.
Yeah, because this is gonna be at the same time slate as the Monday night game.
Yeah, and I think this is a good game to make prime.
Oh, 100%, 100%. You got the Eagles and the Packers, and then right now you got the Eagles favored at 2.5 across most of the marketplaces.
This is Jordan Love's chance to week one to show everybody he's worth every cent he received.
Exactly, 100%, 100%. I think this line is, truthfully, I think that this line favors the Eagles. Obviously it does, but I just think that it's a little more juice towards the Eagles when the line should be a little closer to 1, in my opinion. That's still not a big difference, right? But this is Jordan Love's chance to show, and the Eagles are bringing a lot of people back. Plus, they got Saquon. I mean, I don't know. We'll see what's going to happen with that one. You see there any value in this one?
No.
No value, right? It's tough. And maybe if it hits 3, we're talking a little bit of value. But if it's not going to hit 3, man, it's rough, right?
Yeah, I don't think so.
I agree, man. I agree. If like I said, if it hit 3, I think you could see some value on the Packers. Didn't hit 3. So, by the way, when we say these things, obviously, even if there's value there, it doesn't mean that like me or T fire away at the picks right away. Just because there's value doesn't mean we fire away at it. We actually do a lot more digging into the game and kind of a little more research in terms of like what would be the best case scenario or why the line is what it is. Right, T?
Right, 100%.
I just don't want people to take it thinking like, oh, there's value there, I'm going to play it. No, it doesn't work like that. There's human element and human instinct that comes into play in these games. So we got that one. Now with the next game, we're going to go with that one. I'm looking forward to that game, by the way.
It's gonna be, dude. A lot of these games are gonna be great.
Oh, they're gonna be amazing, man. I'm really looking forward to. I just think there's so much parity in the league, so that's even better, right? But okay, so we're gonna go with the next game, Jacksonville and Miami, and you have Miami favored at -3. What do you think about that line at -3 in Miami?
Should be about the fair line.
It should be fair, right? I think the juice is on Miami right now too. I'm not sure if you could. I'd have to double check, but you might be able to find Miami at 3.5 at some spots, depending on where you're looking.
That's crazy high.
Yeah, I would say that's kind of crazy high, especially considering the fact that, like we said, 3.5 is a big number. I think that's about the right line. To me, that's just. You think Tua's gonna come back and kind of do what he does every year, like ball out for the first 8 games, and all of a sudden just fall off a cliff? That's like, I'm really curious to see your thoughts on that, man.
It really just depends on Jacksonville's defense that day, right? If they can get to him, obviously he's not very good.
Yeah, but then again, you got Tyreek Hill obviously stretching the field too. So
Right, yeah.
okay, so let's go on to that line's pretty in both of our opinions. It's pretty even, pretty like a lot of these NFL lines are going to be pretty spot on. Like I said, if you can find the 3.5, that's a little bit of value on Jacksonville. But all right, Pittsburgh and Atlanta -3. So Atlanta -3. First game, Cousins, they got everybody, they got all the hype. I mean, do you think that they're warranted to be 3-point favorites against Pittsburgh and Mike Tomlin in week 1? I say Mike Tomlin because they don't really have a quarterback or anything like that. So,
I think that's the fair line, but there's one line I really like on this game.
okay, go for it.
The over/under opened up at 42. It's at 40.5. I like the under. I would buy probably a point though, just to make it 41.5. And I honestly think that's That's golden. That's money. These two teams are not putting up fucking three touchdowns each over my dead body. They're not doing that.
Okay, dude, Pittsburgh always brings the defense, and actually, low key, Atlanta has had a good defense last year. That's what would keep them in some of their games.
Right, yeah.
So you're saying you would buy the point to what?
41. It's at 40. If it was at 42, I wouldn't tell you guys to buy. But at 41 and a half, I feel more safe. You got it to 41 and a half.
Okay, 41 and a half. Okay. Well, I would say, well, yeah, 41 and a half is good because a lot of games tend to end at 41 exactly, right? So.
I got this line at 42, so all the other people, if you don't want to watch it long.
Yeah, no, exactly. 100%, I agree with that.
So yeah.
Give me one quick sec. Okay. Hello? We actually had some technical difficulties right now. The recording went out a little bit, but we're good. We're back on. Sorry, that was a good 15 seconds. My bad. That was my fault.
You're absolutely good.
But what we did miss, what you were saying about that Atlanta and Steeler total.
Yes.
So you were saying 41 was the total that you had.
42.
Okay. So it opened right at 42, you're saying, right?
Right.
All right. Let me see. I'm going to check some numbers on that right now.
What are you checking?
Nah, I'm going to check that line, actually. So if it's 42, I could actually see that game going under.
It's an under game for sure.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Especially with both those defenses.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So you're giving your official pick on that. I like that. Especially with the total. I do like
I'll
that.
have another pick right after this, huh?
Okay. Is it the next game? Okay. We're talking about the Giants and the Vikings, right?
Yeah.
All right, go for it. What do you got? We got
that line opened up at Giants -1. It worked its way back to the Vikings -1. I would play the Vikings. I think it's a lock.
So you think the Vikings are a lock at -1? Okay. Damn, that's
They opened up at +1.
So what? Why do you like the Vikings? Tell me why you like the Vikings. Technically, they don't have a quarterback. People say, right, because the kid that they drafted got hurt, right?
They have weapons though.
Oh no, they do have weapons, and I think a lot of people what they discount is the fact that just because somebody doesn't have a quarterback doesn't mean anything some games, because if you have weapons and if you have a backup that's competent enough, you can put up points. And that Vikings defense, I do believe, plays pretty well also.
For sure.
That's another thing.
Sounds like we're on the same page.
Yeah. Okay. So you actually you gave two back to back. You gave the Atlanta Falcons under, and then you gave the Vikings at the -1. Okay. All right. I'm gonna definitely take a look at that one, -1. All right.
I got cooked.
What's up?
There's not much more after that. I don't have any more locks.
I mean, realistically, even giving two like that is good enough, man.
That's good.
Yeah. I mean, it's two this early. I mean, that's good enough to me, in my opinion. Okay, so let's go with what do we got for the next one? You got Saints and Panthers, and then you got Saints at -4 in New Orleans. So what do you think about that?
I mean, it should be a good game.
You think that line should be where it's at? I mean, -4 is, to me, it's kind of high considering it's a division game. They could easily put that line at 3.5 just to make it a little more, I don't know, competitive in terms of the line. Don't you agree?
Yeah, for sure. I can see that.
Yeah. So to me, there's not crazy value there. If I had to lean on a value, it would be on Carolina, and just simply because of the fact it's a division game, and I can definitely see them covering that.
Quarterback, second-year quarterback.
Yeah. You're talking Bryce, right?
I can see that.
Yeah, I think both of us can kind of see that. So that's just a value thing. It's not nothing that I don't think I'd put my hard-earned money on it unless I do a lot more digging, because that game's going to be close to that line. I can see anybody winning that game. Anything can happen in that game. So,
For sure.
all right. So next game we're going to go to Cincinnati Bengals and New England Patriots. Cincinnati's laying 9.
Yeah.
That's to me that's high just simply because they're just assuming that the Patriots are going to suck. Belichick's gone. Everybody else is gone. But yeah, I don't know. To me, that's high. Well, what do you think?
It's high, but if it's that high, I'm probably taking Cincinnati.
You said if it's that high, you're probably thinking Cincinnati. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna dig some deeper into these lines actually, but I get what you're saying. When the line is that high, you kind of have to look at it. You kind of have to assume like, okay,
Sometimes, right?
yeah, there's a reason why it's that high, right? Let's try to find out why it's that high. That's the next question. Ooh, here's a good sexy line in my opinion, and in terms of a good game that I feel like a lot of people will be more than likely watching, and I do feel like it's a public darling team with the spread. Chicago Bears -4.5 against Tennessee Titans. Caleb Williams, there's been a lot of hype, man. Lots of hype, and 4.5, man. That's I just feel like the Titans are such a gritty team. You think that's high? You think that's high? So yeah, technically, I thought the same thing. That is high. It's public perception, right? Caleb Williams, the public perception, et cetera, et cetera. So they're gonna pump that line up because they've been pumping him up in the preseason a lot.
Right?
Yeah. I do think that's high. So value wise, I would lean where the value's at in that one right now is Tennessee. That's just a basic value point. But
the Chicago Bears have a good defense.
yeah, they have a real good defense. Yeah.
Yeah.
They have a good defense, so that's for sure. Okay, next line. Buffalo Bills and Arizona Cardinals, man. Buffalo Bills at home, -6 in Buffalo against Arizona. I think that line is like spot on. What do you think?
Yeah, I would say so. I agree.
Yeah, no value there, but like we said, guys, we're gonna kind of go over them, see if there's value off the bat. If not, we're gonna come back next week and then give you a little more digging that I've done and that T's done on some games, because every single day that a day passes, we're looking at things and we're checking out the board and seeing how, value just pops up by the day, man.
Sure, I agree.
All right, Indianapolis Colts, Houston Texans. Houston Texans are -2.5. What do you?
I think that line's good.
You think that line's fair?
I definitely do. More than fair.
You don't think that line should maybe be like Houston -1.5? You think 2.5 is pretty fair?
Them being at home, being a divisional game, yeah, where I put the line.
Okay, I think that the Colts have a little bit of value here. In terms of fairness, I think the Colts definitely have value at the 2.5. But also that's another thing, going back to the Caleb Williams thing, when we're talking about, everybody's hyping up this Houston Texans team just like they're hyping up Caleb Williams and the Bears, right?
What's that?
Yeah, so, okay, you think it's fair. I think there's a little value on the Indianapolis Colts. But then again, I'm also the guy who told you that the Colts season wins are probably one of those risks that I would take on the over, right? So, okay. Raiders, Chargers. Chargers 3.5 at home. 3.5 at home, man. I think I'm going to go first, right? I actually think this is value. I know this is a division game for starters, but there's slight value, in my opinion, on the Chargers because I think they want to come out motivated this game. And new coach, new era, new everything, They got the better quarterback on the field, that's for sure. Yeah. Well, how do you feel about that? Equal or any value anywhere?
I feel like you have a lot of value in the Chargers and their new head coach, huh?
I do. Yeah, I do. I do have a lot of value on them. You?
Oh yeah, I mean, I hope they do well, but you know how it is in San Diego.
Yeah, it's same organization, that's for sure, right?
Sure.
But okay, so now let's go to Seattle Seahawks, Denver Broncos, man. Have you taken a look at that line, actually?
What's up?
Have you taken a look at that line?
I have not yet. Oh yeah, I have.
Okay, that line's 6. in
That's
Seattle.
high.
That's kind of high, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. That's kind of high. So to me, that's automatic value on Denver. Now I'm gonna go check out that Denver Seattle game and see where there's value elsewhere other than just the number, right?
Scorching high.
Yeah, yeah. That's I mean, yeah. Why is that line 6? Let's figure that out. We'll get back to that next week. All right, Tampa Bay, Washington. Tampa Bay -3.5.
Can you I'm sorry one more time?
Tampa Bay and Washington. Tampa Bay -3.5 against the Washington Commanders.
Tells you something right then and there.
What was that?
Tells you something right then and there.
Who the?
No respect for their new quarterback.
Yeah. Honestly, man, I agree with that. Yeah. Nah, but I think Tampa Bay. I mean, they're coming off of a playoff. They're coming off of a playoff season where they won that playoff game, and they gave the Lions a run for their money. Man, I know the Lions kind of like took control in the end, but I don't know. That's just my two cents on it. But you're right with the whole Jaden Daniels and everything. They don't believe in him, right?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I can't really say there's any value anywhere. I don't even know how Jaden Daniels is going to play, so we have to see a couple weeks of him before I can really tell you if there's value or not. So,
I agree.
Next, yeah, exactly. Next one, let's go Browns, Cowboys. We got the Browns at -2.5 at home against the Cowboys. Woo-wee. I actually think
What
that's...
a game.
Yeah, right? Well, you're the big one saying that Dallas might not be the same team, right?
I don't think they will be.
Yeah, I actually agree. I don't think they're going to be the same team either. But this line is small. Is it just small because it's America's team?
That's a great question because I do think the line's small.
Yeah. I think it should be 3. I don't know. I can't really say there's value here. I have to check this game out a little more. But that line is small. That line is small in my opinion. I got to see why. Definitely want to check out why. All right, we'll touch back with that next week for sure, 100%. Hey, this is going to be a good one, man. Sunday night, Detroit against the Rams. Detroit -3.5 at home, man. Woo! Any value there?
No.
Nothing. No. I actually think the same thing. I think if Detroit came to play the Rams at home in L.A., I think that line would possibly be like Rams -2.5 or 3. Same thing. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I do. There's a lot of stock on the Rams this year, man. I'm talking about
not as much as the Lions.
No, of course not. But I do think there's a lot of people talking about the Rams. They made some additions, but I know they got.
I think it'd be a pick.
What was that?
I think it'd be a pick.
A pick in LA?
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe 2.5, but maybe I'm wrong. Could be wrong. I don't see there any value in this one though. I think 3.5 is just about right, especially week 1. You know.
Who would you take if you were a betting man?
If I'm a betting man, oh well, I am a betting man. So not if, right? I'm gonna go out and say if I were to take anybody, I'm gonna go with the Rams plus the 3.5 on the road, man. Because there's a lot of expectation on the Lions right now, and I think the Rams are kind of like figuring some things out, doing things a little different. What do you think?
I'd go with the Lions.
Lions, okay. Like I said, these aren't even like official picks right now. We got to do some digging,
right.
But okay, based off the line.
This question was asked if you had to make a bet. It's not like our play.
Yeah, because next week, obviously T gave you 2 of his, but next week we'll give you more breakdowns on why the lines we think are what they are, or whatnot, or what lines we found were exploited. But we got the Monday night game, man. We got the Niners and the Jets. Hey, you were the one that brought this to my attention. That line opened at 5, right?
No.
You know it's 3.5 now, right? It was 4. It was 4 actually last night.
I still have it on 4 on mine, but yeah.
You still have it on 4? Okay. Well, so far it's 3.5. You think that's just public money on the Jets? Because you know that. You think that's public money on the Jets because you know that there's also public money on the 49ers. I mean, I'm assuming, right?
The public loves the Niners.
They do, but also the public is eating up the whole Aaron Rodgers thing, right? With the Jets and like all the hype.
I don't think a lot of people want to see Aaron do well.
I don't know. I think that a lot of people, when it comes to like actually betting the game, would look at Aaron Rodgers, look at that team, and want to bet him. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
So we'll see, man. I need to see right now. To me, that line got small. I need to see why. I need to see if there's any injuries. So we'll touch back on that next week. So far, okay. So we're gonna go back to the two you gave before we wrap it up here. The 2 picks. So you gave Minnesota -1, and then you also gave Pittsburgh Atlanta under 41.5. Right? Key number 41.5.
By the point, please.
By the point. Okay, got you. I can see that. All right. So next week, what we're gonna do, we're gonna go back, circle the wagon on all these, and then I'll let you know where I think there's a little more value, and then we'll give you a Thursday night pick next week, right, T?
But you got to at least give us a hint who you like. What game are you looking at?
As of right now, there is one game that I was just kind of checking out. The game that I was checking out was the Packers plus the 2.5, but I'm actually wondering why they're trying to give you more points and bait you on that. So it's one of those things where I'm like, what's going on here? Like I'm kind of looking at that one, and I hate to say it, man, but I was kind of looking at the Jets. Obviously, I'm a Niner fan, but I was kind of looking at the Jets. And those are just like early looks, man. I haven't really done too much deep digging because I've done a lot of college football.
I like this. C-fans, he's giving you some tough games. Look at
that. Yeah. So that's just looking at it. We'll touch base on it. But next Thursday, this is what we're going to do. We're going to circle the wagon. We'll go over everything. We'll give you a Thursday night pick. T's going to give you a Thursday night pick every week. And if you have any other pick, man, feel free. But for sure, Thursday night pick every other week. After that, we're going to do or Thursday night pick every week. I'm so sorry. And he will also give you his opinions on some of the other games. If you want to give a pick like you did, like the Minnesota Vikings or like the under, feel free, like always.
Hey, CJ, just real quick, off the subject, do our listeners know how hot you've been recently with your baseball player?
You know what? I'm not sure if they know, but I've been doing.
Why don't you tell us how long you've been winning for?
Oh God, I don't think I've lost in actually bankroll wise, unit wise, profitable. I don't think I've lost in 2.5 months.
That's huge, man.
There's 2.5, 3 months of consistent profit.
Listeners deserve to hear that, right?
Yeah, no, they do. They do. I know you'll call me because you're not a big baseball guy, but you're like, hey, who do we got today, or what do we got today? But yeah,
I'd rather fall asleep than watch a baseball game.
You know what, man? Sometimes I'm not gonna lie to you. I kind of do get a little burnt out of it. I'm not gonna lie. It's different, man. I love football.
Last year with my chick, we went to the Angels game, right? We went to the Angels game just to buy 2 hot dogs and get the hell out after.
Yeah.
That's how bad it is. Right?
You didn't even have any action on it. That was the problem, man.
Probably. But honestly, dude, we literally went for hot dogs. We left in the 4th.
Oh, man, yeah. I actually remember that game. You texted me and you were like, when is this game going to end? And I was laughing.
Yeah, right.
I said, you got to go to a Dodger game, man. That's why. First of all, it's the wrong team. But no, my baseball's been good. I appreciate it. Thank you. Baseball's been good. Honestly, obviously all year we've been profitable. Thank God for that one. But
I'm telling you guys, sign up. And I'm not just trying to sell CJ. I'm being honest. The guy's been fucking hot. I wish I had followed him 2.5 months ago. But I didn't because I don't have balls. So it's not that you don't have balls. It's just you'd prefer to bet bigger numbers on football. There's nothing wrong with it, or basketball. Yeah, for sure.
There's nothing wrong with it.
I feel like I know what I'm doing more than in baseball, you know. But yeah, dude, people need to know how sizzling hot you've been.
Yeah, it's a grind, man. It's a grind for sure. But like I said, man, I'm just you take every day as it is.
Let's say I wanted your picks. How do I sign up?
Oh, you can just go to cjwins.com and all the packages are there, or also on the Telegram. It's posted on a pin at the top, and you can just go ahead there, click the link.
Awesome. So go to cjwins.com?
Yeah, cjwins.com, and then you can check out any personal service package right then and there. You could on Telegram, if you have any questions about it, you can ask me directly at cjwins. The packages are also there too, so they're pretty much anywhere you can find me, whether if it's on social media, there's a link there.
It's easy to sign up, I'm imagining.
At CJ Wins. Yeah, you pretty much sign up, you go on there. They accept Apple Pay, pretty much any payment option you want. After that, you get an email. It'll tell you where to go.
Am I allowed to see your older plays?
If you go on the personal service private channel, yes, you'll actually you can scroll up and see everything. You can go all the way up. You can see the wins with the L's, man. The wins with the L's. Nothing gets deleted. We it is what it is. We take our L's like we take them, but we take our W's like we take them too. You know.
There's definitely a lot more W's, though.
For sure. Lately, there's been a very, very, very consistent amount. I want to knock on wood because you never know. But it's funny. You just said that, and one of the other picks just hit right now, literally as we're speaking, because I have the game on. It was the Phillies and the Houston Astros over 5.5 first five and over. Actually, it's pushing at the 10, but no matter what, you're profiting because you hit the over first five.
Yeah, for sure. Plus, you got a whole nother inning.
Yeah, you got a whole other inning. So funny that you say that, right? But no, you can find them there, man. And for all you listeners,
funny about what I just said, it's the fact. Another inning can get you runs like nothing.
100%, it can. Yeah, it really can. Especially when it's technically an inning and a half still.
Dude, in baseball, I realize whenever you think you've won or whenever you think you've lost, it doesn't mean anything.
No, it doesn't mean anything at all. 100%.
Score runs in like freaking 4, 5, 6 runs in one full inning
with 2 outs. With 2 outs.
With 2 outs too.
With 2 outs, yeah. But speaking about being hot and everything, I'm really hoping that maybe you could jump on the app and if you have a pretty solid pick, we'll put it up there as one of the guys up there. I know we've been talking about it, so we'll see if we get him on the app. Get T on the app. Every Thursday night pick and on the app, man. That's value right there. If you can get us together, plus him on the app, just shooting his wisdom like he did with you guys on. I think that was a great cap on that Pittsburgh under. I really think that was great. I was never looking at it until you said it, and good shit, man. Good shit.
Yeah, hopefully. I'm gonna go off on a limb and guarantee the crowd I can go 500. But if I go 500, obviously you lose juice. But I'm saying that's the worst.
That's a guarantee right there. Yeah. Nah, he's gonna do a lot better than that, man. I'm not. He's being modest right now, guys. But
I want to make sure, in case I don't have a play in 1 week, don't come yelling at me, guys. You know, I'm trying to make sure we're good.
Yeah. We have our agreement, and he doesn't have plays every day either, so I get it. His like we both do, but some of his wagers are rather large. So he's not going to go playing everything on the board.
Make sure it remains hot.
Yeah, man. Let's hope they get that extra run in. But yeah, we'll
go to cjwins.com.
Yep, it says see packages, and then all the package options are right there.
Which is the best package option, you'd say?
Oh, to me, the best package option is the month. The month.
Awesome.
There's a reason why I say the month. For one, yes, it's costs the most, right? Because you're going to get the month. But realistically, in a month, you can really go through the ups and the downs, and you're not expecting to hit this $100,000 crazy parlay, because I don't give parlays like that. For one, I tell everybody that. Nobody pushes me to do something I'm not going to do, because I care about your bankroll as much as I care about mine.
Nobody pushes you to do anything you don't want to do. So.
No, because there's people who are like, oh, you should give more parlays, and it's like, I don't do that. I don't give parlays. I don't play like that. I don't. Why would I do? Why would I give you something if I don't do it? Put it that way.
For sure, guys. I mean, if you want to, I'm just being honest with everybody out there. You know, hopefully nobody gets offended. If you guys want to lose money, just keep betting parlays, and you won't make any money.
100%.
Or you can follow CJ's and I's football picks, and you have a better chance. I promise you.
Better chance is an understatement. But
then parlays, you're throwing money away. Y'all can just give it to me. I'll take it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, to me, it's like there's a strategic way to do it. You can do a round robin, very small amount, but never play a parlay for the amount you're going to play your straight picks. That's a big no. Play it as if, like, if it hits, that's amazing. I hit it. But if it loses, it's not going to affect your regular unit. That's how I say. And you can't do it every day. You do it every day, just like you said, give your money to T. That'd be better off than playing them every day. He'll donate it somewhere good for you guys, or he'll invest it for you guys. But yeah, man. I'm actually looking forward to next week. I know we kind of like brushed them over, but I really want to give my insight on the Thursday night game, and then you'll give your official pick on the Thursday night game, and then I'll give you guys a little more value on some of the other lines and some of the games that we're kind of looking at in general. Sound good? All right, man. Well, thanks for coming on. Next Thursday, or no, we will not next Thursday. Next week, we will pod again. You'll have it up before Thursday because our pick's going to be up. So it'll be up on the Telegram, and it'll get sent via email, anybody who's on there. But thanks for coming on, man. I'm looking forward to next week. I don't know about you, but I really, really am. I'm going to be playing that Sunday Night Football song in my car all day till kickoff.
Oh, same here, bro. That comes out. I put that on full blast just like you.
Oh, man, for real. But thanks, man. Thanks for coming on. Really appreciate it. I mean, it's not even thanks. You're part of the show, man. We're doing it every week during football. I know when it's not football, you're kind of in and out, which is understandable. But during football, you're here every week. So let's make it happen, man. Let's give these listeners a hell of a year.
Thank you. Let's do it.
All right. Well, talk to you guys later. We'll get back next week. And if you haven't already, like T said, you can check it out at cjwins.com. You can find packages there, or you can just hit me up on Instagram, Telegram at cjwins. Hope you guys have a good rest of your week. Have a profitable first weekend of college football. And we'll get back at it with NFL next week, guys.